Welcome to Wolverine Stadium in Centerton. Getting ready for the start of our doubleheader tonight between the Woodland Junior High Colts and the Bentonville Grimsley Grizzlies. We'll have a 7th grade game first. Woodland just 2 days removed from playing Washington Junior High down at Harmon Field in Fayetteville. Grimsley's had a full week of rest. Of course, that Woodland game on Tuesday was played because its game last week was delayed by lightning, postponed by lightning, actually. Pretty big crowd has made the drive up from Fayetteville, and it is a haul to get here to Centerton.
Yes, it is.
Woodland's got the ball first. They'll go from the 30-yard line. They'll give it to Landry Taylor, runs right side, hits, gets off the tackle, gets across the 40. Landry Taylor's at midfield. On the first play of the game, he's going to take it to the house at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown Woodland. Well, so much for fatigue, Blair. A 70-yard touchdown on the first play of the game.
Not bad at all. As you can tell, our cameraman has not arrived yet, so let me go upstairs and adjust the camera here.
Landry Taylor injured his, looked like maybe his ankle or his foot the other night in that game against Washington. Was kind of limping around a little bit. They'll go for 2 here. Braden Carroll looking left side. That pass is incomplete. All right, so 7:46 to play first quarter. A quick start for Woodland. The Colts lead Grimsley 6-0. On the touchdown run by Taylor, because our camera didn't get it, and we apologize for that, he was hit near the sideline. Looked like he might have gone out, and the Grimsley defense hesitated for just a moment. And then Landry just kept running, never gave up on the play. There was no whistle, and he went up the sideline untouched after the initial contact. Goes down as a 70-yard touchdown. And as we said, the Colts lead Grimsley 6-0.
This shot will be a little wide until our camera guy gets here, because actually the camera's up on the roof above us, so I'll get a nice workout going up and down the ladder, adjusting as needed.
So Grimsley's going to get the ball first here.
What a start for the Colts.
Or should say they get the ball for the first time. The Grizzlies on first down, run up the middle, and there's not much there, although a good second effort's going to get them a couple of 3 yards. Nice second effort on that run by Ashton Jones.
Number 3, Nash Weissmiller, and number 23, Joseph Carey. 3 yards.
Well, the Colts don't look like a team that just played Tuesday, do they?
No.
They're.
I guess you can bounce back a little bit quicker at this age.
Yeah.
On second down, a pass right side is caught across the 35, the 40, cuts back upfield at the 45, midfield, and that's good yardage into Woodland territory to the 49-yard line.
Wilson's pass complete to number 5, Ryan Adjum.
It was Ryan Adjum on the reception. The quarterback for Grimsley is Jaden Wilson. So it'll be first down for the Grizzlies from the Woodland 49-yard line. Wilson, the quarterback, gives it up the middle, runs right side, and that's a loss of a yard. Nash Weissmiller in on the tackle, also Landry Taylor. On the carry that time for the Grizzlies was Logan Cobble. It'll be second down and 11. Again, if you're just joining us, we've got a little bit of trouble with our camera. We're working on getting that corrected right now. To compound things, when you are on this side of the stadium here at Bentonville West, you are looking right into the sun at this time of day. And it is a bright sun that is shining down on Wolverine Stadium right now. On second down, the run's up the middle, and there's just not much there. Taylor in on the tackle again for the Colts. Also, Logan Farber It was Jones on the carry, and now it's going to be 3rd down and long.
For the Colts for no gain. 3rd down 11.
Clock runs. 5:35 to play first quarter. Woodland leads this game 6-0. The Colts scored a 70-yard touchdown on the first play of the game. 3rd and long. Jaden Wilson, the quarterback, throws deep right side, and that pass is incomplete. He had a receiver get a hand on it. Are they going to say that's complete? They said that's complete. Oh, my goodness. He dropped that pass. There's also a flag down in the backfield. So the call is that it's a complete pass, but they're going to call an illegal receiver downfield against the Grizzlies. And so a bad call by the officials is bailed out. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll move Grimsley back to the 46-yard line. That pass was incomplete. At the 46, they need to get to the 39, so it's going to be about 3rd and 15. Jaden Wilson, the quarterback. He's got 2 running backs next to him. Pretty good protection. Throwing right side. This pass is caught across the 40, 1st down to the 35, and down near the 30-yard line. On the reception that time was Quentin Labelle. Big reception down to the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 23 on 3rd down and 15. Clock continues to run. 4:48 to play first quarter. Woodland leading 6-0. But Grimsley marching on the Colts side of the field. Wilson, the quarterback, takes it, gives it to Cobble, running right side. Cobble's across the 30, and he's going to get down to about the 26-yard line. Looked like Weissmiller and Taylor were in on that tackle for the Colts. It'll be a gain of 5 to the 26, 2nd down and 5.
5-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 5, Grimsley.
The Grizzlies were the most impressive team that we saw last year at the 7th and 8th grade levels. Here's a run across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and Jones is in for a touchdown.
Number 31,
Ashton Jones goes in from 26 yards out. And with 3:59 to play in the first quarter, we've got a tied game. The Grizzlies will go for 2 with a chance to take the lead. Well, as we said, Grimsley was the most impressive 7th and 8th grade teams that we saw a year ago. Of course, we didn't see these 7th graders. We'll see some players that look familiar when the 8th grade teams play here in a little bit. And we saw a number of the players who were 8th graders last year playing for Bentonville West in a JV game a few nights ago. Here's the 2-point try. Wilson throws. That pass is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for number 13, Ethan Clayfall, broken up by the Colts. Extra point try is no good.
Looked like Taylor was the one who broke it up. And with 3:59 to play in the first quarter, we are tied 6-6. This is Colt football. Woodland with its second drive here. The Colts starting from the 30. They scored on a 70-yard touchdown run on the first play of the game. This time, a run will go for no gain back to the 30. That was Drake Knock on the carry that time for the Colts.
Tackled by number 99, Grant Reed.
That sun is blinding.
Yeah, it really is.
Woodland.
We're in the same press box with the view that you're seeing at home. You can see the sunspots on the screen.
The coaches and the Woodland players looking right into that sun as well.
Here's a give on second down, knock again. It's going to get a yard, maybe two, out near the 31.5-yard line. Big number 99, Grant Reed, took him down.
Number 8 again on the
Grimsley's
carry for the
nickname is
Colts.
the
Greg Knox.
Grizzlies. I would
2-yard gain, third down and
petition
8.
maybe to change it to the Giants based on the size of their players. I mean, it was impressive last year, and you can see it out here on the 7th grade team again. They'll throw across the middle, first down across the 40, midfield, 45 of Grimsley, and down to the 40-yard line is
Quarterback number 7,
Nash
Lawson
Weissmiller.
Williams pass.
Big gain that time for the Colts, a 30-yard gain out to the 39-yard
Pass
line.
complete to number 3, Nash Weissmiller. Tackle by number 5, Ryan Adjun for the Grizzlies. That's a first down. Woodland.
Nash had
for
some
the Grizzlies,
big
39-yard
plays
line.
2 nights ago. It's hard to believe these kids played 2 nights ago against Washington Junior High. First down here from the 39. McClure is the quarterback. He gives it to Joseph Carey, starts left side, and then he's going to be hit in the backfield, taken down for a loss of 2. Quentin Lavallee on the tackle, that time for the Wolverines.
Number 23, Joseph Carey. Joseph Carey on the carry. Tackled by number 8.
2:03 to play, first quarter. Quick moving first quarter.
Number 51,
Yes, it is.
Bryson Johnson. Loss of 2 yards on the play, second down and 12.
As we said, a really nice crowd made the drive up here from Fayetteville tonight. Second and long. They'll give it to Carey again. Starts right, cuts up the middle, gets across the 40, and gets a couple of extra yards out near the 39, maybe the 38-yard line. That was not Carey. That was Micah McElroy on the carry, and so they'll give him back to the 39, so it'll be third down and 10.
By number 34, Torian Anderson. 2-yard loss on the play, third down and 10 for Woodland.
Woodland needs to get to the 29-yard line. Clock runs, 1:14 to play, first quarter. They'll move McElroy in motion to the right side of the quarterback. McClure goes play action, throws over the middle. The pass is caught across the third. Are they going to say it's incomplete?
Yes,
Say it
they
is
are.
incomplete.
Number 3, Weissmiller. There was a. Oh, sorry.
Well,
the pass was incomplete. Sorry.
They said it's incomplete. I think that's twice now that I've disagreed with a.
Well, when the PA
Catch or no
announcer
catch.
thinks it's
Yeah.
a catch, that's usually a good indication that.
So it's going to be fourth down and 10. A decision here for Woodland. If they auto punt, they would move Grimsley back to the 9, but looks like they're going to go for it here. Need to get to the 29-yard line. McClure, the quarterback, with 3 receivers to his left side. Looking right. One-on-one coverage, and he underthrows Summerford. It's intercepted. At the 15, back across the 20, the 30, and out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
McClure's pass is intercepted by number 5.
On the interception that time was Ryan Adjum.
They will take over first and 10.
He'll get a return of about 22, and the Grizzlies will take over with 52 seconds to play. Well, it's a turnover, but really isn't a whole lot different than just throwing an incompletion there based on where they took that snap, and it was fourth down. Grimsley is at its own 37-yard line.
Yeah, the tough thing about that, though, your receiver's looking right back into the sun. Of course, so's, I guess, the defender as well.
Grimsley scored on its first drive. The Colts, they thought they had him off the field, and they converted a big third down. And that
Number 42,
is a
Braden
4-yard
Jones on the
run.
carry for the Grizzlies. Tackle by number 23,
out to the 37-yard line. Correction, out to the 41-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. Second down and 5.
Actually, give him the
from
42, so it's
42-yard
second down and 5.
They don't have to run a play if they don't want to.
That was Jones on the carry. They'll give it to Jones again across the 45, out near the 49-yard line. First down yardage.
Number 42, Jones,
And that's
again
the
on
final
carry for Grimsley,
play
second by number 3,
of the
Max
first quarter. By the way,
Westwood.
number 42, we've got two
Now before the
42s
Grizzlies get another
on
first
our roster.
down.
We said it was Logan Cobble earlier. It was Braden Jones who was carrying the ball. So they've got two running backs, Braden Jones, number 42, and Ashton Jones, number 31. 1 quarter's in the books. We're tied at Wolverine Stadium. Woodland 6, Grimsley 6. This is Woodland Colt. Back in Centerton, getting ready to start the second quarter. Woodland and Grimsley are tied at 6 points apiece. It'll be first down and 10 for Grimsley when play resumes. The Grizzlies are at the Woodland 49-yard line. Correction, at their own 49-yard line. Maybe by halftime that sun will become a little bit less of a
one
factor.
can only hope.
And it is just beating down on the visitors right now. Wilson, the quarterback, turns around, gives it to Jones, and he's hitting the backfield. Great takedown by Logan Farber. And Farber's been really impressive playing one of those interior defensive line positions.
Logan Farber.
That was Braden Jones on the carry, by the way.
Loss of 1 yard on the play, second down 11.
Second and 11. Loss of a yard back to the 48-yard line. In case you just joined us, both teams scored on their opening possession. Woodland scored on the first play of the game, a 70-yard touchdown run by Landry Taylor. Grimsley grinded it out a little bit more, a several-play drive that ended in a touchdown run. Here's a little pass, push pass to Adjum across midfield, the 45, the 40 of Woodland. And they'll mark him out, I'm sorry, at the 41-yard line. So that's first down yardage, a gain of 11.
Not before the Grizzlies get another first down. Grimsley.
Tell that Ryan Adjum is their guy that they want to get the ball into his hands. They've thrown to him a couple of times. Of course, he had the interception a moment ago. From the 41-yard line, Wilson throws left side. That pass is caught, but he's going to be taken down in the backfield. Great tackle that time by the Colts.
Tackle by number 24, Tyler Moore.
It was Kyler Moore on the tackle. Loss of 3 that time. On the reception was Ethan Klingfost. Second down and 13. Woodland's doing a good job of getting Grimsley down behind the sticks, but the Grizzlies are getting some big gains to offset it. Here's Braden Jones. He's hitting the backfield and take it down. Right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time was Gus O'Quinn.
Number 69, Leighton Sheffield for Woodland. No gain on the play. Be third down for Grimsley.
Looked like Leighton Sheffield might have been in on the tackle too that time for the Colts. Third down and long. Ball is right at about the 42-yard line, so about 12 yards to go here for the Grizzlies.
Be a big stop if they can get it here.
Wilson looks left side, throwing deep downfield, and that pass is incomplete. He's looking for Klingfost. And on the coverage that time for the Colts.
Wilson's back. Intended for Klingfost, number 13. Broken
I'm just having a hard time seeing the numbers.
Yeah, it's really
Bowerman
tough.
was in on the coverage.
It's really tough.
Yeah,
Well,
again, the sun is just right in our eyes.
it looks like they're going to go for it too, Matt.
Yeah, fourth down and 12. They need to get to almost the 30-yard line. We'll just call it the 30, even though it's just slightly on this side. They're going to run it. Braden Jones runs right side across the 40, and he is going to be short, I think.
Well,
yeah, I think he's going to be short by about a yard, and they've already motioned that it's going to be a Woodland ball. That was Kyler Moore on the tackle. Also credit, even though he didn't get a tackle, credit Blake Johnson. He did a good job of turning him back inside and allowing the defense to get to him.
Jones was brought down a yard short.
Moore looks like he's getting maybe an attaboy on the sideline from a coach after he made that tackle.
Good hustle.
It went down as a gain of 10, so they were 2 yards shy of the first down. Clock runs, 5:20 to play before halftime. Woodland and Grimsley are tied at 6 apiece. Of course, Woodland.
Uh-oh, we're short a player. There he comes.
As we said, Woodland played Washington just 2 nights ago. And these guys are going to, as a flag comes in,
penalty marker on the play.
I'd say they're going to enjoy their sleep for the next couple of nights after playing 2 football games in 3 days.
No question.
They moved
Should not have trouble going to sleep tonight.
They moved the ball back to the 27-yard line. It'll be first down and 15. It was a procedure penalty against the Colts. Taylor's the running back. They give it to him. He starts right, now tries to cut up field, gets a couple of yards out to the 29. There have been a lot of Fayetteville football games this week. Woodland, couple games. You got the purple and white teams were in action. Ramey's in action tonight. I think they're playing Lingle, I'm sorry. Second down, Braden Carroll throws right side. Nice catch by Taylor. Gets upfield across the 30, breaks it. Lost the ball. I think he got back on it somewhere around the 33, 34-yard line. I mentioned the Fayetteville JV game played Bentonville West this week. A lot of players who have played in this game previously.
5-yard gain on the play, be third down and 8.
And then you've got Fayetteville High School tomorrow night down at Fort Smith Southside. A lot of football.
A lot of football this week.
Third down and 8. Woodland needs to get to the 42-yard line. Taylor comes and stands next to Braden Carroll, gives him a good block. Carroll rolls left, pass is caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. That was Nash WaceMiller on the reception. He was taken down by Ethan Robinson.
By number 35, Ethan Robinson.
And now to be fourth down. And Woodland can auto punt here, or they can try to go for it on 4th and 4.
I don't know if they've made up their decision yet.
The offense is still on the field. Of course, the offense stays out on the field until decisions are made.
I think they're
a little bit different.
They're going to try to milk as much clock. The play clock's still at 28, so there's really no rush to make a decision.
They can really take this down to almost 2.5 minutes if they want to. Under 2:50 to play. The clock continues to run.
Officials are wanting them to make a decision, but the coaches know they don't have to. Okay, now they do.
They make the decision with about 9 seconds left on the play clock. And you almost wonder, was that their decision or was that the officials' decision?
Yeah, it's true.
We're tired of waiting.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a rule you have to make a decision, because we've seen a couple teams make a decision right before the play clock went off. So
the auto punt will move the ball back to the 32-yard line.
And right into the sun.
2:38 to play before halftime. Woodland and Grimsley are tied at 6-6.
Well, whoever scores next is going to have a huge advantage.
Yeah.
The Colts would love to get a stop here.
We were up here 2 weeks ago. Fayetteville won on this field, beat Bentonville West 42-20. Last time we were here before that, though, was the 8th grade championship game last November.
These two schools.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It was a really good Grimsley team. They won the championship. Woodland's 8th grade team last year, the 9th graders now. They only lost 2 games last year, and both of them were to Grimsley. Here's Braden Jones on first down, lowers his shoulder, gets across the 35, out near the 36, maybe the 37-yard line.
Good tackle.
First met by number 3, Nash Waste-Miller.
Waste-Miller in on the tackle that time for the Colts. Clock continues to run. 2:11 to play before halftime.
37-yard line.
Second down for Grimsley, 2nd and 5. They need to get to the 42-yard line. Wilson throws left side. That pass is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for number
It was intended for Matthew Bradford.
Matthew Bradford. Ball's incomplete.
And I guess it was just
Third down and 5.
straight enough that it wasn't a fumble, because that could have easily been a lateral and scooped up by the Colts. Third down and 5. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Minute 52 before halftime. They give it to Braden Jones up the middle, and he's going to be short of the first down.
Good stuff.
Gets out to the 40, but
42 Jones.
a lot of the Colts in on the tackle. Logan Farber was one of them. Also Christian Bailey.
Number 31.
And now it's 4th down and 2.
Christian Bailey.
What will Grimsley do? Clock runs. Minute and a half to play in the first half.
Looks like they're going to go for it, Matt.
That's definitely the indication. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Jones, and he did not get it. He did not get it. Kyler Miller took him down, but give credit to McAllister Kimbrough. He's the one who hit him first, held him up for more to take him down, and now Woodland's got great field position. With a minute 14 to play before the half, they will get it first down and 10 at the Grimsley 41.
And they've got a timeout to use as well. Great defensive stand there. Looked for a minute like he was going to get it, and then the Colts corralled him. All right, here, see what the offense can do.
Austin McClure is the quarterback for Woodland. They'll rotate their quarterbacks. They've seen him do it all year. McClure with Taylor standing to his right. McClure gets a good block from Taylor, but he throws it incomplete.
Yeah, that block was big, or else that would have been could have been a sack.
Like Kyler Moore might have been the intended receiver that time on the far side of the field. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 58 seconds to play in the first half. McClure with Taylor next to him. Looking for Taylor on a swing pass out of the backfield. Taylor is going to be hit and driven backward. He might have gotten a yard, but that would be it. They'll give him the original line of scrimmage back to the 41.
He just couldn't shake that first tackler. And then some more Grizzlies came up, and that was the end of that forward progress.
32 seconds, 31 seconds. Clock runs under 30 now in the first half. Third down and 10. McClure is just going to throw deep downfield. The pass is caught across the 30 and down near the 27-yard line. It was Owen Summerford on the reception. Clock will stop for just a second while they move the chains. 20 seconds to play, and now Woodland, I think, is going to get its timeout.
They just took it. What a big pickup.
They give him to the 27, so it was a 14-yard catch by Summerford on third down.
So all things considered, you probably got time for 2 plays.
Yeah, I mean,
you're going to have to hit something and get out of bounds.
Can't get tackled inbounds or it's over. Right by the airport. See a big old plane coming in right over the top of the stadium.
All I see is
right over there.
sun.
It looks like it's touching the sun, Blair.
Okay. Well, everything is touching the sun right now. I think I've burned my retinas. Yeah, I got a chance to drive on what is now officially Interstate 49 on the way up here, as you did as well. And good grief, there were more subdivisions I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Popping up, coming into Centerton.
I think whenever I moved to Northwest Arkansas in 2005, I think Centerton had a population of about 600.
Yeah, no, it did.
And today it's somewhere between 15 and 20,000.
It's larger than Siloam. It's insane. And it keeps growing. It used to be like the outskirts, and now it's Main Street.
McClure on first down from the 27-yard line. He's got 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Now they move Drake Knock in motion to the right. He's the running back. McClure throws, pass is caught, but he's going to be tackled in bounds at the 25-yard line. Woodland's got to hurry if they're going to get another snap off. 10 seconds, 9 seconds.
Might have to clock it if they can get lined up.
5 seconds. McClure, he's got to get it. 1 second, and they just get the snap off. McClure just throws it toward the end zone, and this pass is incomplete.
That's a flag, isn't it?
It looked like it should be interference, and here comes the flag.
There we go.
So now they should get 1 untimed down, Blair.
Yes, they should. First and goal.
I wasn't sure if McClure got it off, but
just in the nick of time.
they gave it to him, and that penalty should put Woodland down somewhere in the 10-yard line range.
Yeah.
15-yard penalty. First down, Woodland. We'll have 1 untimed down.
And so look at 1 untimed down from inside the red zone. So got to wait and see where they're going to mark it exactly, but it should be somewhere right around the 10. They'll put it down at about the 12.
And this will be your best play, your best big yardage play.
Yeah. 1 play, 4 receivers here for McClure. In the pistol formation, he moves Knock now to his right. Takes the snap. McClure, big flush, rolls right, keeps it himself across the 10. A flag comes out. He's across the 5, and he's taken out of bounds at the 3. Got to see what the flag's about, but it's thrown in the vicinity of holding, and it is a hold against the Colts. Penalty is declined, and it's halftime in Centerton.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
Halftime score, Woodland 6, Grimsley 6. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the second half in just a moment. This is Woodland Colt football.
Woodland Colts 6, Grimsley 6.
Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they weathered every storm for the last 25 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
Washington Regional Medical Center is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Arkansas by U.S. News and World Report. What does being #1 mean to us? It means always serving our patients with compassionate, high-quality care. It means being the best place to receive care and the best place for our team to give care. And it means continuously growing to meet the changing needs of our community. Washington Regional, nationally recognized care, here for you.
Back at Wolverine Stadium in Centerton, getting ready for the start of the second half between the 7th grade teams from Woodland and Grimsley. We're tied at 6-6. Both teams scored on their first possession. Woodland had a chance for a touchdown right at the end of the first half, but couldn't convert from the 12-yard line. Here is a big run on first down across the 45, midfield into Woodland territory, down to the 47-yard line. Jaden Wilson, the quarterback, with a carry of 23 yards.
23-yard gain, first down.
Thanks to Dana Boring for bringing us some waters. We appreciate that very much. Well, at least they're on the side of the field. We don't have to look into the sun.
Yeah. I think we got about maybe 10 more minutes of the sun before it gets down behind those bleachers on the home side.
Cannot wait.
Over in the home side, it looks like they're sitting in the dark.
Yeah.
Wilson gives it to Braden Jones, and he's hit the hole.
Nice.
And driven back. He'll get a couple of yards forward progress. Joseph Carey on the tackle that time for the Colts.
Good job by Joseph.
They mark him at the 45, second down and 8.
42, Braden Jones on the carry. Tackled by number 24, Sally Moore. Number 42, Landry Taylor for the Colts. 2-yard gain, second down and 8, Grimsley.
Grimsley had some big kids last year, and the tradition continues.
Yep. The ones I really remember were the 8th graders last year.
Oh, man, they were massive.
There's Wilson being pressured from behind, and now he's going to be taken down in the
Good
backfield. Logan Farber won't get the sack. It'll be Landry Taylor and Joseph Carey who get the sack, but Farber did the job of turning him back into Taylor. It's a big loss all the way back to the 46-yard line of Grimsley. It's a 9-yard loss, and it'll be third down and about 17 to go.
I don't know about that forward progress spot. Thought they got him on the other side of the 45.
Either way, it's third and long. Two receivers left side. They're going to fake it. Wilson keeps it, runs
Good
right
job.
side, doesn't get much. Gets out to the 46. In fact, that'll be the line of scrimmage. Joseph Carey in on another tackle.
Tackled by number 23, Joseph Carey.
Really good job by the Colt defense this series.
Low gain on the play, fourth down.
Fourth down and 17 here for the Grizzlies. And it's going to be an auto punt. Woodland will get the ball first, or for the first time in the second half.
All right, some momentum for the Colts.
Woodland will take over first and 10.
Woodland will get it at the 24-yard line with 5:51 to play in the third quarter. Colts scored on the first play of the game, a 70-yard touchdown run by Landry Taylor. Grimsley got the ball, marched downfield. They scored. Both teams missed their two-point conversions. And since then, it's really just been a stalemate.
Oh, we want to say thank you to Nabholz for being the food sponsor for the meals this week for all the Fayetteville and Woodland football players and coaches. We know they've greatly appreciated that.
First down here for Braden Carroll and the Woodland offense. Carroll gives it to Landry Taylor, runs right side. Taylor cuts upfield, gets a couple of yards out to the 26-yard line.
Number 42, Landry Taylor on the carry.
That sun just slowly falling in the sky.
Did not bring sunscreen today. Did not think it would be needed, but man, is it.
2-yard gain.
Summer's kind of roared back a little bit today. Temperature was 84 when we started the night. Carroll in the shotgun on second down and 8. Grimsley shows a blitz, but they run away from it. Taylor gets a few yards out to the 29. It'll be third down.
Taylor on the carry.
Almost broke that one.
Braden Jones for the Grizzlies.
It'll be third down and 5. Woodland needs to get to its 34-yard line. Clock runs 4:44 to play third quarter. Carroll comes out with 4 wide receivers. Knock is the running back. Carroll rolls right side, throws, the pass is caught.
Got it.
Across the 40, the 45, midfield. This is Summerford at the 40. There he goes at the 30. Summerford at the 20, the 15, tripped up from behind at the 10-yard line.
Number 5, Braden Carroll's pass quickly. To number 2, Owen Summerford.
Big play.
Tackled by number 80,
Very nicely done.
They mark him down at the 10. That'll be a gain of 61 yards for Summerford.
Boy, they're not shy about starting the clock, are they?
60-yard gain on the play, first down, Woodland.
4:03 to play, third quarter, clock is running. First down and goal for the Colts from the 10-yard line. Carroll, it's a bad snap. He has to go back and get it, running right, tries to salvage this play, and he actually does a pretty good job of it. Gets back to the 12, and so it'll go down for just a short loss of 2 yards.
Yeah, not bad at all. That kind of had disaster written all over it. He was able to get – sometimes it almost inadvertently helps because the defense over-pursues at that point.
Let's not forget, Woodland's playing its second game in 3 days.
Yeah.
And they're going toe-to-toe with a pretty good team from Grimsley. 2 receivers right side, also a tight end on that side. Second and goal. They'll give it to Landry Taylor, runs right. Broken tackle, falls forward, gets a yard to the 11. It'll be third down and goal. Few 1-yard runs will look better.
Did a nice job, though, of getting through that initial wave of Grizzlies. Looked like they were going to stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and he snuck through. Well, they've attacked the middle twice. Let's see if they go to the edge. Try to use that speed.
Third down, 2 receivers to the left side, a tight end on that side. Now the move Taylor in motion to the left. Play action, Carroll looking, pass is incomplete, nearly intercepted. It was knocked down by the Grimsley linebacker, Ethan Robinson, and now it's fourth down.
Well, there was a nice block, too, that gave him just a little bit more time to wait for his receiver to get open.
Fourth down. This is where Woodland was at the end of the first half. They got a score. And there's a whistle before the snap, and it's going to be a timeout by Grimsley.
Oh, okay.
2:41 to play, third quarter. Woodland and Grimsley are locked in a good one at 6-6, and this is Woodland Colt football. Woodland, 2:41 to play, third quarter. The Colts came away empty-handed at the spun of the field at the end of the first half. They got a score on this play. Carroll rolls to his right, gets a block from Taylor, throws toward the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown.
Oh, no, there's a flag. There's a flag at the line.
Out.
Oh, no.
It was caught by Owen Summerford. There's a flag on the field.
Oh, no.
It's an ineligible receiver downfield against the Colts.
Really?
Second time that we've seen that penalty called tonight, once on each team, and now it's going to be fourth down and goal from the 16.
Boy, as quick as that play was, man, I don't know how anybody else had time. A lineman had that much time to get downfield.
4 receivers to either side of Carroll now, fourth down. Throws it to Taylor, a swing pass, and now it's all up to if Landry can do something with it. He can't. Taken down in the backfield. Robinson with the tackle, and Woodland will turn it over on downs with 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Wasn't quite where he could just take it and catch it and run, and he kind of stumbled as he had to reach back and get it.
Well, Woodland's had a couple of really good opportunities. that one a lot better than the one at the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, they only had one play to try to punch it in from the 10. That time they had 4 opportunities and couldn't do it.
Well, got them backed up. Let's get another stop.
Jaden Wilson, the quarterback, takes the snap, gives it to Braden Jones, runs left side. Pretty good room across the 15, the 20. Jones at the 25, the 30, the 35, 40. 45 knocked out of midfield out of bounds near midfield.
Number 42, Braden Jones on the carry. Knocked out of bounds by number 15.
It was Luke Busker on the tackle. It was a big gain, though, 31 yards for Braden Jones.
Gain on the play. First down, Grimsley.
And that's the first real positive yardage Grimsley's had offensively in quite a while.
Clock hits 2 minutes to play third quarter.
Oh, good grief. They've already wound it again.
Jaden Wilson in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. Wilson goes play action, keeps it himself. This was a designed run, gets out near midfield and take it down at the 49 of Grimsley.
Number 1, Jaden Wilson on the quarterback.
Kyler Moore in on the tackle that time for the Colts. Weston Bowerman.
Tyler Moore. 2-yard gain on play.
Second down and 8. Minute and a half to go third quarter. Clock continues to run. Sun continues to fall. It's almost out of the eyes of the Woodland players on the sideline. When it gets down below that grandstand on the home side, that's when it'll be good news. Here's Braden Jones with a run of about 3 yards onto the Woodland side of the field. Wace Miller on the tackle.
Boy, it'll
be third down.
He's been very active today.
4-yard gain on play. Be third down and 4.
All right, big third down for the Colts here.
Grimsley.
The defense can step up.
3rd and 4 at the Woodland 47-yard line. Jones stands behind Wilson. You've got to believe it's going to be one of the two. It's going to be Jones across the 45, and he's got the first down out near the 42-yard line. Woodland held him up for just a moment, but he was able to fall through. Christian Bailey was on the tackle that time for the Colts.
He got it right on the number, didn't he?
Yeah. Clock runs, 25 seconds to play third quarter. Grimsley doesn't have to. Yes, they do. They do have to take one snap. The play clock has got about 1 second less than the game clock. 12 on the game clock, 13 on the game clock. They take the snap. That pass is almost intercepted. 2 flags are on the field for separate offenses.
Pass intended for Leblanc.
It's Kyler Moore in on the pass breakup. I think that this might be one on each team, Blair.
Well, yeah.
Here we go. It's an eligible receiver and a false start.
Yeah.
Also, both are going to be against Grimsley. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty back to the 48-yard line. 2 seconds left in the quarter.
Jeff Sider to the press box, please. Jeff Sider to the press box, please.
1 play left here in the third quarter. No, I take that back. The clock runs, and that's the end of the quarter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the quarter ends, and we're still stuck on the same score we had in the first quarter. Woodland 6, Grimsley 6. Who can make a play in the fourth quarter? Be back in just a moment. This is Woodland Colt Football. back at Wolverine Stadium. A first down and 15 here for the Grimsley Grizzlies. So caught across the 40, the 30, lowers his shoulder. He's got first down yardage. It was Quentin Laboulet on the reception. 23-yard gain down to the 29-yard line of Woodland.
A big tight end with a big-time catch.
From the 29. Wilson looking right side, going deep, and that pass is incomplete.
Wilson's pass
out of bounds.
was caught by number 5, Evan Adjum, but it was out of bounds.
It was Adjum, the intended receiver. That was Bowerman back on the coverage for the Colts.
Second down and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Second down and 10, 7:24 to play. First of 2 games here in Centerton tonight. Grimsley needs to get to the 19-yard line. They go play action. Wilson keeps it across the 30, the 25, and he's near first down yardage across the 20-yard line. 10-yard gain on the quarterback keeper. That'll move the chains.
Number 1, Wilson on a quarterback carry. That's a first down.
I already said it.
Clock runs, 7:02 to play. Grimsley inside the red zone.
Yeah, they're getting them on a kind of a delayed run.
This is the Grizzlies' best drive since their first drive.
There we go, get him.
Run up the middle, going to get about a yard. Christian Bailey on the stop for the Colts. It'll bring second down and 9.
1-yard gain on the play, second down and 9 for the Grizzlies.
Now this is the point in which the multiple games this week could definitely be a factor.
Grimsley is really milking the clock, Blair. They're
surprising.
Yeah, they're taking it down to inside of 10 seconds every time they snap the ball. There's 8-7 seconds on the clock as they give it to Jones here. Jones up the middle across the 15, and he's going to be pulled down at about the 12. It'll be third down and short.
Number 42, Braden Jones on the carry, tackled by number 71.
I think I missed assignment.
It was Logan Farber on the tackle.
Nash Wastefeller.
Judging by the reaction of the coaches.
7-yard gain on the play,
third down and 2 here for Grimsley from the 11-yard line. They need to get to the 9. 5:41 to play. Clock continues to run. Grimsley trying to break a 6-6 deadlock. Wilson's going to throw, and that pass is, did he intercept it? No, it was incomplete.
He's fortunate it was not picked off.
And now it'll be fourth down. On the coverage that time was McAllister Kimbrough. Kimbrough got his hands on it. Just couldn't pull it in. Big play here for Woodland. Can they make a stop? On fourth down and 2. The Grizzlies need to get to the 9-yard line. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen Ashton Jones since that first drive for the Grizzlies. He scored their first and only touchdown. Braden Jones has gotten the carry since then. He'll get it here on fourth down across the 10. He's got first down yardage. He was hitting the backfield, but they couldn't hold on. And now it's going to be first down and goal for the Grizzlies. 3-yard run on 4th and 2. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
4-yard gain on play, tackled by number 71. Logan Farber.
Had him, but just couldn't quite bring him down.
Clock continues to run. 5:08 to play. Woodland now has to make a stand here, get a turnover on downs, whatever it takes. Wilson comes out with 2 running backs. Looks like they might have gotten away with procedure.
Yeah.
Jones runs right side, cuts back up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Grimsley. Braden Jones goes in from 8 yards out. And with 4:47 to play, Grimsley has taken its first lead, 12-6.
All right, a big 2-point conversion here if you can stop them.
Get a stop here for Woodland. You've got the chance to score and score a 2-point try and get out of here with the win. Wilson throws over the middle. That pass is deflected and incomplete. He was looking for Abger. And Joseph Carey got his hand on it. 2-point try is no good. 4:46 to play. The score, Grimsley 12, Woodland 6. This is Woodland Colt football.
Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they weathered every storm for the last 25 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
Washington Regional Medical Center is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Arkansas by U.S. News and World Report. What does being #1 mean to us? It means always serving our patients with compassionate, high-quality care.
Woodland takes over from the 30-yard line, trailing 12-6. Drake Knock on first down gets a good 4-yard run after the 34-yard line. It'll be second down and 6. Clock is running, 4:34 to play.
Number 8, Drake Knock on the carry.
The Colts, they need to score.
Number 42, Braden Jones for the Grizzlies.
Only one timeout
4-yard gain on play.
for
Second
Woodland.
down and 6 for the Colts.
So it's this drive or nothing. Little play action. McClure is hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete. A flag comes in at the end. Ethan Klinkfoss got his hands on it. Give a correction, or give a credit to Drake Knock for knocking that ball down. Almost became a defensive back. We got to see what this flag is about.
Well, he jogged over and then he's jogging back.
The flag is in the secondary, and it's another ineligible receiver downfield. That's the 4th time that has been called tonight.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. Second down 11.
Man, I don't know that we've seen that called this many times all year. Okay.
So it'll be second down and 11. Knock stands to the right side of McClure, gets a good blitz pickup, and that pass is incomplete, and there's no flag. Abger got there early. Lace Miller was the intended receiver, got knocked down, no flag. It's third down and 11.
A lot of contact. But
4:07 to play. A flag did come in, and that's going to be a flag against Woodland.
For what?
Another penalty marker on the play.
Boy, that's late.
Downfield against the Colts.
Wait.
5-yard penalty.
It took that long to make that call?
I guess so. I don't know what the call was. It another ineligible receiver?
That's what the PA announcer announced. Holy cow.
Second down and 16 now. Back at the 24. McClure rolls left. The pass is caught. A flag comes in again.
You're kidding me.
They get out to the 30-yard line.
If this is an eligible receiver again.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
Still no indication what the penalty is.
Well, it appears it's on Woodland. He's talking to the Grimsley coach. It's
against Woodland, and they're going to decline it's another ineligible receiver.
The play will stand. The penalty is declined.
Good Lord.
Third down 9 for the Colts.
It's the same guy calling it.
It's been called 3 times on this drive.
I mean, that's just
third down and 9. Woodland needs to get to the 40. Clock is running, 3:42 to play. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left for McClure. Knock is the running back. Throws left side, the pass is caught. That's first down yardage across the 40. Johnson, the receiver, knocked out of bounds at the 41.
Hey, no flag. Hooray.
First down, Woodland.
And the guy calling it's on the Woodland side of the field, and he's getting an earful.
3:29 to play. First down here for the Colts from the 41. Sometimes you get that first down and get some nerves out of the way. McClure steps left, throws. The pass is caught across the 35 into Grimsley territory near the 30-yard line. It was Johnson again. No flags.
And I'll tell you what, Matt, we caught a little bit of a break because they didn't start the clock immediately like they should have after that first down.
I think he was out of bounds, so that might have been why.
Okay.
That was a 36-yard gain down to the, or check that, a 26-yard gain down to the 33-yard line.
Colts with a little momentum going.
3:21 to play. He was out of bounds, so it's another clock stoppage, and we've got a false start on the right side of the Woodland offensive line. So that'll move the Colts back 5 yards.
Well, the good thing is the clock didn't cost them any time. That cost them 5 yards, but the time is now a factor.
That'll move the Colts back to the 38. First down and 15. McClure goes play action, steps up, pass is caught. This is Bowerman across the 20. Bowerman down near the 15-yard line. And a flag is down.
Oh, my. Oh, if this is, no.
A flag is down at the line of scrimmage.
It's the same guy who's been throwing the ineligible receiver. You're kidding me. You're kidding me if he taps his head.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, my gosh. Come on. Yeah.
That is the 4th time that they have called that penalty.
Yeah, and the coaches are
on this drive. It's the 6th time they've called it tonight against Woodland.
And the coaches are not happy, and I do not blame them. And the guy calling it,
First down and 20.
It's not even the line judge calling it, which I don't know what that guy's looking at. That's not his responsibility.
From the 43-yard line, first down and 20, 3:14 to play. McClure rolls to his right, throws downfield. That pass is almost intercepted. Adjum got his hands on it. He's the one who had the interception earlier. Summerford was the intended receiver. He comes up doubling over in pain.
Yeah, and he did a nice job of knocking it down too, so that it couldn't be picked off. He might have jammed a finger trying to knock it down. Looks like he's holding his hand like he's jammed a finger. That is not fun.
Second down and 20. They need to get to the 23-yard line. McClure goes play action, throws over the middle. The pass is caught across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Bowerman again. They've had some success with that pass over the middle to Bowerman. That was a 9-yard gain. It'll be third down and 11. Clock continues to run, 2:51 to go.
Yeah.
10-yard gain on the play, third down and 10 for Woodland.
All right, you don't have to get it all here. You've got 2 plays to get the 10 yards.
They need to get to the 23-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side carry the running back. McClure throws right. That pass is caught. No, they're going to say it's incomplete. Bowerman got his hands on it, but they're going to say hit the turf first. Now it's fourth down. This is the play. It's where you go to the best play in your playbook, and they're going to take a timeout and talk about it.
I don't blame them. I don't mind the fact they ruled it incomplete. What kind of bugged me was it was the line judge calling it, and the player had the ball in front of him. I mean, we couldn't see from our vantage point if he had caught it or not because the play was in front of his body. I don't know how the line judge had a clean angle on that. Unless he had x-ray vision. Well, they've made some big pass completions when they've needed it. Do you go to the air one more time, or you try to sneak a run in here?
You're going to say it's 4th down and 10. I said 4th and 11 a minute ago, so it's 4th and 10. They actually need to get to about the 24-yard line. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. McClure, the quarterback, carry the running back. McClure looking left. Gives a shoulder fake. Trying to buy some time. Throws over the middle. It's intercepted. At the 20-yard line, it was Klingfoss with the interception. And that should just about do it.
Trying to make a play, just underthrew it a little bit. I mean, that happens, but.
Summerford was the intended receiver. He was behind the defense. But because it was underthrown, Klingfoss undercut it, made the interception. That's the 2nd turnover tonight for the Colts. And the Grizzlies ought to be able just to run out the clock. No timeouts left for either team. 2:23 to play.
Trying to strip that ball, knock it loose. Coaches on the sideline doing a good job, telling everybody, hey, come on, not over yet. Keep your head up. Yeah, I mean, if they can somehow force a turnover, you still got a shot.
Wilson gives it and gets out to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. Howard with the carry. That's the first time he's touched the ball tonight. 2nd down and 6. Clock runs, 2 minutes to play.
Good grief. Look how his jersey stretched across his pads. You can almost barely make out the numbers. It's so tight.
Grimsley doesn't have to take a snap again until about 1:27 to play. Still 20 on the play clock. They don't milk it all the way down, kind of surprising. Braden Jones with the carry, runs right into Joseph Carey. And then Landry Taylor finishes him off. No, he's still going all the way out near the 30-yard line. I don't know that he's still down.
Still moving?
Wow. They gave them about a lot of. That's a first down.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I thought at some point they would say his forward progress had stopped, but I guess the line just kept kind of inching him forward. 1:10 to play, 1:09. Clock runs. Grimsley can take 2 snaps and end this. Wilson, the quarterback, goes over and gets instructions from the coach. Dalton Pearson, the head coach. Knee. And they got to take one more knee and it's over. Now under 40 seconds to play. Well, it was a great effort by Woodland. Remember, the Colts playing their 2nd game in 3 days. And they've come in here to Centerton and made a good showing tonight against a good team. But they're going to fall just a little bit short. And the final knee is taken. And that'll do it for our 7th grade game. The Grimsley Grizzlies are going to walk out of here tonight with a 12-6 win on their home field. And now the 8th graders are going to run onto the field and start getting warmed up. And we'll be back with the 8th grade game in about 15 minutes. This is Woodland Colt football. Welcome to Centerton, the 8th grade game between the Woodland Colts and the Grimsley Grizzlies getting ready to kick off. The 7th grade Colts lost to the Grizzlies 12-6 in our first game tonight. Grimsley scored a touchdown with a little under 5 minutes remaining to take the lead, and Woodland couldn't score from the Grimsley side of the field in the closing minutes. Well, the 8th grade Colts are undefeated this year. They just eked past Washington 2 nights ago, winning 13-12 on a touchdown pass, a 7-yard touchdown pass with 22 seconds remaining.
It was a thriller. It seems like it was more than 2 nights ago.
Yeah, in some respects.
Yeah.
Maybe not in others.
Yeah.
Woodland will get the ball first. It's an onside kick, and I don't think it went far enough, but I think the Woodland player fell on it near midfield. And it is Woodland's football at the 50.
Wow, and the clock never ran.
At midfield.
Well, that was interesting. It looked like it might have been Emerson Early who recovered it for the Colts.
That could have been interesting. Well, and the way they spotted it, it would have gone 10 yards, would it not?
I think it was because he reached his hand out and pulled it back. I don't think he had to touch it. I don't think it was going to roll 10 yards.
Gotcha. Okay.
Charlie Garton threw the game-winning touchdown pass 2 nights ago to James Nolan. As we said, with 22 seconds remaining, Garton is the quarterback now with Caden Kilpatrick's injury, and Kilpatrick fumbled it on first down, and Grimsley comes away with it.
Dead burn.
Asher Anderson with the recovery.
Caden Kilpatrick, there's a fumble on the play.
And Grimsley will get the ball at the 44-yard line. Well, Kilpatrick broke his wrist playing baseball last weekend, and that's why he's got a cast on. That's why he can't play football. That's why he can't play quarterback. He's obviously still out there playing running back. He's playing as a linebacker here.
It looks like a massive oven mitt.
Yes, it does. Here's a low snap, being pressured from behind. The pass is caught near midfield, across midfield to the 45 of Woodland, and he's going to be taken down by Cole Mobley at the 42-yard line. A flag comes in at the very end of the play. It was Jackson Lane on the reception.
Number 4, Jackson Lane.
This will be interesting.
Tackled by number 42, Cole Mobley. There's a penalty marker on the play.
Oh, it's on Woodland.
Are they going to call him for a face mask? I didn't see that.
Foul, face mask against
wow.
the Colts.
So that's going to tack on 15 to the end of that play, and it's going to give Grimsley the ball at the 27.
Wow.
From the Woodland 27-yard line.
This is the Grimsley size we remember. Look at these players, Blair. I mean, these look like they should be on the senior high team.
Yeah.
Physically, they are impressive.
Like the offensive liner at Owasso.
Trey Thompson is the quarterback, takes the snap, gives it to Anderson. Anderson's across the 25, falls forward to the 22-yard line, and it'll be second down and 5.
Number 9, Asher Anderson on the carry. Tackled by number
Big push
55.
by his offensive line that time.
Thomas. 5-yard gain on play.
Well, Grimsley feeds exclusively into the Bentonville West football team, Bentonville West High School. Thompson takes the snap here on second down, being pressured, throws. That pass is caught, but that's going to be lost yardage. It was Ryland. Actually, that was Braden Nash who caught it. James Nolan took him down. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play back to the 24, third down.
Good play by James.
Bentonville West was certainly the biggest team as far as height that we've seen this year. Now, North Little Rock, as far as girth, they probably would take the prize, either them or Owasso. The Bentonville West team, they had a sophomore offensive lineman who was 6'9", 317.
Yeah, he
wore
was
a size 19 shoe.
massive.
Here's third down. They give it, and they're not going to get anything. Boston Turner hit him in the hole and drove him back. Nash was on the carry again, and now it's going to be fourth down from the 25.
Loss of 1 on the play. Fourth down and 8 for Grimsley.
Good job.
Dalton Pearson is the head coach for the 8th grade team. Last year, their head coach was Ty Story, the former Razorback quarterback.
You know, that's what I thought. Where's Ty coaching now?
Not sure.
Do we know?
Not sure.
Have to Google that here momentarily.
Fourth down. They're at the 25, and they need to get to the 17. Thompson being pressured, throws down the sideline. That pass is incomplete. Good coverage over on the far sideline by Nolan. And Grimsley's going to turn it over on downs. The Colts will get the ball at the 25-yard line.
How did the clock not run? Or maybe it did. Oops.
You really wonder how much Kilpatrick's going to be asked to carry the ball. I know he carried it a lot the other night. They're going to bring him back out at running back here. It seems like it'd be very hard to carry the ball with that cast on. Garton's the quarterback. He can really run. First down and 10 from the 25. Charlie Garton takes it, gives it to Kilpatrick. He runs left side, and Caden falls forward for 2 yards.
It's all right. Give him the ball. Give him some confidence. Build his confidence back up.
You notice they ran it to the left side that time, which is his good arm. You wonder, did they start designing runs to that side in order to allow him to tuck the ball on that side of his body? Second down and 8. 3 receivers to the right side for Charlie Garton. Garton takes the snap. It's quarterback run all the way. Charlie cuts upfield at the 30. Gets out to the 32-yard line. It'll be third down and 3.
Good blocks up front.
Clock runs 4:42 to play first quarter. No score. Woodland with its second offensive possession. The Colts turned it over on their first play. First snap of the game. They need to get to the 35 here on third down. Garton with a receiver to either side. Charlie's going to keep it off the play action. And he dives, holds the ball out across the 35-yard line. That should be a first down, and it is.
Number 8, Garton on the quarterback keeper. He's tackled by number 23.
Good job of sticking that hand out.
3-yard gain on the play. First down, Woodland from their own 35-yard line.
We talked about it earlier. Sometimes it's the hardest first down to get is that first one. Then you get it and you get a little bit of rhythm. We'll see what they can do right here. Garton on first down, turns around, gives it to Mickish, and he's hitting the backfield. Big hit that time by Nash. They'll give him forward progress back to the 22-yard line. 32-yard line, I'm sorry. Loss of 3. It'll be second down and 13.
Boy, they have a big defensive front, do they not? I mean, we know the offensive linemen were big, but the defensive linemen are even bigger.
Garton throws left side. This is Jones with the catch across the 40. Brody Jones hit and knocked forward for a couple of extra yards out near the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. It'll bring up third and short.
Yeah, that tackle moved him forward about 2 yards.
It did. They'll mark him down at the 42. That'll be a 10-yard gain, and it'll be third down and 3 again. 3 minutes to play first quarter. Woodland needs to get to the 45-yard line to move the chains. 2 receivers to either side of Garton. Kilpatrick is the running back. There's a snap. They give it to Kilpatrick. Goes right side and has to hold on to the ball, but he's hit in the backfield and taken down for a loss. Braxton Williams, big defensive tackle in on the stop, and now it's fourth down. And Woodland's going to punt the ball away.
Yeah, those 3 defensive linemen just plug up the middle.
Emerson Early stands back deep to punt the ball away for Woodland. He sets his heels on the 29-yard line. Grimsley doesn't really have anybody back deep. Early gets this off. It'll take a Woodland roll across the 40, across the 35, and it'll roll out of bounds at the 34-yard line. That's where Grimsley will take over with 2:02 to play in the first quarter.
Down at the
Good punt.
Grimsley 34-yard line where they will take over first.
This is the second of 3 straight games for the Colts. Really 3 games in 9 days against teams from Bentonville. As we mentioned, they beat Washington 2 nights ago back at Harmon Field, 13-12. Grimsley tonight. And next week they'll play Fulbright at Harmon. Trey Thompson on first down, throws right side. That pass is caught.
Wow.
About 3 people got there all at the same time, and Austin Allenbach brought it in. Brody Jones with the tackle out near the 40.
6-yard gain, second down and 4.
Maybe a 6, maybe 7-yard gain.
7-yard gain, second down and 3.
Yeah, there were 3 Colts around him when he caught that. I'm surprised he hung on.
Thompson gives it to Nash, runs right side. He's hitting the backfield and taken down for a loss. Rico Johnson takes him down. Rico had a nice game a couple of nights ago against Washington.
Number 24, Braden Nash.
That'll be a loss of almost 5 yards back near the 35, and it'll bring up third down, I'm sorry. Third down and about 8 yards to go.
Really nice job by the Colt defensive line. They blew that one up fast.
Thompson with 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. On this 3rd and long, looking left side, leaves it up there. That pass is almost intercepted. Brody Jones went up and knocked it away. Allenbach was the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down for Grimsley.
Good job, Colt defense.
Brody did a good job of going up and knocking that ball down. It was Jones and Allenbach who collided on the first down pass. Now Thompson steps back and looks like he'll punt the ball away. Charlie Garden and Brody Jones stand back deep for the Colts at about their 40-yard line. Leblanc comes through and he blocked it again. That's his 4th block of the season.
Wow.
Recovered by Noah Young, and Woodland's got it at the 31 of Grimsley.
Wow.
LeBlanc had 2 blocks in 1 game earlier this year. The other night, really in one of the big plays of the game that gave Woodland great field position for that touchdown drive was that he come through and it looked like he either deflected it or made the punter punt too quickly. And now he gets a block punt here.
Yeah, he got all of that one. The punter was kind of nonchalant about it.
Remember that LeBlanc is,
man,
we think he's playing up a grade. He played with the 7th graders earlier this year.
He makes things happen.
He's just got really good speed for his age. Garden, the quarterback, with 3 receivers right side. Play fake, looking down the field. Charlie dumps it off. It's caught across the 20. This is Nolan down inside the red zone and knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Gain of 16 that time. That looked like the touchdown play they scored the winner on the other night.
Yeah, that was nice.
Good
job. Just waiting for the play to develop.
They wind the clock, 18 seconds to play first quarter. First down from the Grimsley 15. Garton with 4 receivers. Pretty good protection. Throws. The pass is caught across the 15. And Brody Jones is taken down after a short gain of 3, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
Really nice catch by Brody with the defender all over him.
Woodland is inside the red zone. And they'll see if they can punch it in when we start play in the second quarter. We're scoreless through 1 in Centerton. This is Woodland Colt football. in Centerton, getting ready to start the second quarter. Woodland is facing a 2nd down and 7 from the Grimsley 12-yard line. Charlie Garden, the quarterback. Looks like Grimsley might have come across early, but there's no flag. Garden throwing toward the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Woodland. Garden with a 12-yard touchdown pass to Emerson Early.
Nice.
No, that was not Early. I'm sorry. That was not Early. Looked like number 10. It was Jordan Logue. Jordan Logue pulled that in.
And he was wide open.
Early's on to kick the extra point. They called Early's name on the public address, but he's out there to kick the extra point. And his kick is good. That almost hit the field house on the south end of the stadium. 7:55 to play before halftime. Our score, Woodland 7, Grimsley nothing. This is Woodland Colt football.
Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they weathered every storm for the last 25 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
Washington Regional Medical Center is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Arkansas by U.S. News and World Report. What does being #1 mean to us? It means always serving our patients with compassionate, high-quality care. It means being the best place to receive care and the best place for our team to give care. And it means continuously growing to meet the changing needs of our community. Washington Regional, nationally recognized care, here for you.
7:55 to play before halftime. Woodland leads Grimsley 7-0 after a 12-yard touchdown pass from Charlie Garden to Jordan Logue.
Good drive. Get that first lead. I don't know what the statistic is, but I would imagine the team that scores first in these 7th and 8th grade games is a huge advantage.
81, Zion Brown, and number 9, Asher Anderson.
Early kicks it off. Standing back at the 18-yard line. They'll return it across the 35 into the 36.
Number 23, Ethan Martinez.
Is Martinez on the return. Grimsley will start 1st and 10 from its own 36 with 7:49 to play before halftime. The touchdown was set up with a blocked punt by Derek Leblanc. And Woodland only needed 4 plays to score. Trey Thompson, the quarterback, with a running back to either side, takes the snap, gives it to Nash, and he's hitting the backfield. I don't think Nash has had a positive gain yet. The Colts have really been ready for him when he's carried the ball. That was LeBlanc who took him down for a 2-yard loss.
Really nice job. Beautiful scene now that the sun is finally set.
This Woodland defense looks about as complete as you'll find at this level. They've got a lot of really good players, especially in that front 7. 2nd down and 12. Thompson brings a receiver in motion. It's a low snap. He's going to keep it himself. Runs up the middle across the 40. Hit and pulled down at the 44-yard line. Brody Jones on the tackle. And it'll be 3rd down and short for Grimsley.
Good job by Brody, or else that could have gone for a big, I mean, it was still a pretty big game, but it could have been much worse if he doesn't come up and stop him.
3rd down and just a little over 2 yards to go. The ball's marked at about the 33.5-yard line. They need to get to the 36. Thompson takes the snap. It's going to be a pass. Pretty good protection. Now he's being flushed to the right side. Thompson keeps it, and he's got the first down. And a shoe went flying about 7 yards backward. Cole Mobley was the one who took him down. Also looked like Jordan Logue might have been in on the stop, but Thompson gets out to the 48-yard line.
But not before the Grizzlies get that first down.
Thompson had to go retrieve his shoe. I don't know if I've ever seen a shoe fly back like that. First down, 5:55 to play before halftime. New set of downs here for Grimsley from their own 48-yard line. Now they'll move Anderson from the right to the left of the quarterback. Thompson on a blitz, trying to get away, and he won't. That was just an all-out blitz, and Boston Turner and Hudson Britt came through and took him down. They had no way to stop that.
Outstanding.
Hudson Britt. 8-yard loss to
It's
play.
an 8-yard loss back to the 40.
Second down at 18
All right.
for the Grizzlies.
This Woodland defense doing a nice job of getting Grimsley behind the sticks on a number of occasions tonight.
Yeah, they blew that one up quick. Thompson knew he was going to be running for his life.
Woodland leads 7-0. We near 5 minutes to play second quarter. Thompson being pressured from behind, throws, pass. Oh, what a big hit. A huge hit by Caden Kilpatrick. And the Grimsley receiver slow to get up. That's Allen back. I hope he's okay.
Yeah. It was a clean hit, though.
Thompson's pass. Intended for number 12, Allen back. Is incomplete.
Third down and 18 coming up, and I don't think this Woodland team's forgotten losing to Grimsley last year, Blair. They are really inspired.
All right, big third down.
Don't remember it being a very close game when these teams played last year. Here they come on the blitz again, and Noah Young's going to take him down in the backfield. My goodness, this Woodland defense is just swarming right now. Young got there first.
25. Nate Russell, number 54. Noah Young.
Young's credited with the sack, but Nate Russell got back there as well. They were just collapsing from both sides. That's another 8-yard loss, and now it's 4th and 25.
Yeah.
Under 4.5 minutes to play before halftime. Garter and Jones are back deep. They get this punt off, but it's not a very good one. In fact, it takes a Woodland roll and goes out of bounds near midfield. They'll mark it at the Woodland 49 with 4:17 to play before halftime.
He got that one off a lot faster than the previous one. And with good reason, because there were 3 Colts coming in. If he did like he did last time. All right, the Colts have a little momentum here, Matt. Good defensive stop. The offense has been moving the ball.
Plenty of time. Both teams with 3 timeouts. 4:17 to play before halftime. Colts scored on a 12-yard touchdown pass from Charlie Garton to Jordan Logue on their last drive. There's some thought this could be a preview of a conference championship. There's still games to go, but whoever wins this game tonight
be in good shape to host.
Good shape to host, that's right. Woodland had to come up here for the 8th grade championship last year. They bring a receiver in motion from the right to left. They give it to Kilpatrick across midfield. Caden Kilpatrick at the 40. And he falls forward to the 35-yard line, a 16-yard run, and he had both hands on the football.
Yeah, that was nice. Nice blocking up front.
Number 9, Braden Jones.
Just ran right through him.
16-yard gain on the play.
Made that one look real easy.
35-yard line.
Good push on the right side of that offensive line, opened up a hole for him. From the 35, they'll bring a tight end in motion again to the left side. They'll go Kilpatrick again, left side, runs for a yard, maybe 2. Taken down by Asher Anderson. Be second down.
Yeah, they're trying to stack the middle, bringing in a couple linebackers to help fill the holes behind the defensive line.
Well, they brought in Atticus Nehus as a tight end on those plays. First time I've seen him as a tight end this year. Not to say he hasn't played it, I just haven't noticed it if he has. He's a defensive lineman.
Yeah, it's always fun to see the new wrinkles they add each week.
3 receivers left side. They bring pressure. That pass is incomplete. Garton had to get it away before his receivers came out of their break. The intended receiver that time was Nate Russell. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Garton's pass, intended for number 25, Nate Russell. He's defended by number 6, Parker Nix. Pass is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Kilpatrick comes off the field here on this third down. They bring on 3 new receivers. Mobley and Russell to the right side. Jones is lined up to the left. Garden looks toward the sideline. 8 on the play clock. Garden takes the snap. Steps up, throwing deep toward the end zone for Jones, and it's incomplete. Brody got his hand on it, but it was deflected and knocked away. On the coverage that time for Grimsley was Ethan Martinez. Also back there is Zion Brown. And now it's fourth down.
Intended for number 2. Aiden Robertson. Defended on play by number 4, Jackson Lane.
I think they'll go for it. You got a 7-point lead.
For the Colts.
Chuckle on the Woodland sideline. I'll tell you why here in just a second. Fourth down, 3 receivers left side. Garden being pressured, and he's going to be sacked.
Oh, no.
Taken down back across the 40-yard line. It was Braden Nash on the sack, and now Grimsley will take over on downs with 3 minutes to go before halftime.
That's the last thing you wanted.
So on the third down play, it was Brody Jones, the intended receiver, number 11. But the public address announcer said intended receiver Aiden Robertson. Well, Aiden Robertson's standing over here in street clothes with a brace on his knee because he was injured a couple of nights ago. You can see him get a pretty good chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
All right, first down for Grimsley from the 42. Clock runs, 2:52 to play before halftime. Thompson with 3 receivers left side. Woodland bringing the all-out blitz again, and they're going to get him again. Oh, my goodness. Hudson Britt takes him down from behind. That's the second time Hudson Britt has had a sack in this quarter. In fact, in the last 2 possessions.
Man, that is a 7-yard loss. Or is it 18?
9-yard loss on play.
9.
Yeah.
Wow.
8-yard loss to the 34, so it'd be second down and 18.
Still.
And if you're Woodland, I mean, what makes you stop bringing everybody? Because they haven't shown that they can get the ball away when you do.
Oh, no.
Thompson, a high snap. He's going to give it to Nash, and he's got nothing.
He's lucky he held on to that football, Matt, because as you can see,
it was Britt again who took him down.
And Britt came out of the pile with the football.
Britt was there first. Ethan Moore helped finish him off, and now it's third down, and Woodland's going to take the first 3 timeouts. 2:09 to play. We'll take a quick one, too. It's Woodland 7, Grimsley nothing. This is Colt football. Back in Centerton, a third down and long upcoming for Grimsley. Third down and 18. The Grizzlies need to get to the Woodland 48-yard line. They're lined up on their own 34.
While we get a chance, we want to say thank you to Nabholz for sponsoring the team meals this week for Woodland and Fayetteville. I know the coaches and the players appreciated that very much.
Trey Thompson, the quarterback, he's been sacked a few times already tonight. He's got 3 receivers here on this third down and 18. High snap, play action. Thompson rolling left, being pressured by Leblanc. Gets it off to Anderson, and Anderson swarmed under by several Colt defenders. Rico Johnson in on the tackle. James Nolan also there. And it's fourth down, and Woodland takes its second timeout with 2:01 to play. It was LeBlanc who got through that time and made Thompson maybe throw it a little bit quicker than he wanted.
So you'll have 1 timeout on offense.
Just a little under 2 minutes whenever they get the ball here. I feel like barring just a really great punt, they're going to get the ball somewhere around midfield.
Yeah, if they don't block it.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, okay, if you're Woodland here, do you set up for the return or you try to block it? Kind of lean toward maybe you set up for the return with two guys back.
The last player talking to the Woodland coaches is Derek Leblanc. He comes in. Watch him. He's lined up on the right side of the formation. I should say the right side of the Woodland formation, the left side of the punter. LeBlanc has blocked or altered 4 punts this year, including one already tonight. But they're watching for him. Thompson back deep. Woodland comes through. Johnson applied some pressure. Brody Jones will fair catch it at the Woodland 48. And the Colts have 1:55 before halftime.
That'll work.
You know, Rico Johnson was the defensive lineman who stood out to us last year. And he's playing it well this year, but he just gets overshadowed because of the play of some of the other defenders.
Yeah.
But he's played really well the last couple of games, Rico has. He made a number of tackles behind the line against Washington 2 nights ago. A flag came down.
Whoa.
And it's a substitution infraction.
Oh, no.
Woodland had 12 on the field. Derek LeBlanc has to trot off. They wanted a 4 wide receiver set, and LeBlanc stayed in as a tight end. 1st and 15 from the 43. It's a low snap. Garton goes down and gets it. Garton turns his shoulders, throws deep for Brody Jones, and overthrew him. Garton wanted a flag for a late hit. Nash took him down behind the line of scrimmage. Jones had a step on the 2 defenders who were covering him, but Charlie just put too much air under it.
Boy, what a throw. On the run like that, across his body, that was impressive.
Second down and 15, minute 38 to go before halftime. Garton, deep drop, goes left. It's just going to try to get something out of it, runs with it out to the 41, and now it's 3rd and long. That's a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 17. Correction, 3rd down and 18. They've got to get from their 41 to the Grimsley 41.
I'm a little surprised Grimsley's not taking some timeouts. They've got all 3.
With their offensive problems, they may feel fortunate to get to the locker room down 7-0. Woodland's going to work the clock here a little bit. 1 minute to go. Garton being pressured, rolls to the right. There's a flag way behind the line of scrimmage. The pass is going to be caught across the 45, the 40, but I think this is coming back. It's going to be a hold against the Colts. And look at where that flag is. It's at the 34-yard line. This is going to be
at least
15 plus yards down the field.
Yeah, that's a good 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's about 6 behind the line of scrimmage. You tack on 10 after that. That's unfortunate because that was a good running catch by Graham Plummer, and it would have been a 1st down, but now it's going to be 3rd down and forever for Woodland. They'll mark the ball at the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 34. 45 seconds to play before halftime. If you're Woodland, do you run right here and see if Grimsley has the stomach for a timeout? What do you have in your playbook for 3rd down and 34? Garton going to throw. Pass is incomplete. Jordan Logue was the intended receiver. Couldn't bring it in. Logue scored the only touchdown of this game. So that only took 2 seconds off the clock, and now Woodland's going to punt it away.
Number 18, Jordan Logue. Defending on the play, number 23, Ethan
I can't figure out the rhythm of this clock operator.
Brings up 4th down and long for the Colts.
A little slow.
Emerson Early stands back to punt it away for the Colts. He stands back inside his 15-yard line. The Grizzlies put a return man back. That's Zion Brown standing on his own 40. It's a high snap, and it went over Early's head. Emerson
got to kick it.
Is going to try to run it. Gets across the 20, and he's going to be driven out of bounds. And now Grimsley's got great field position with 33 seconds left, and I think Early had time to kick it. He just didn't do it.
No, I think he thought he could get some yardage and burn some clock.
Woodland runs it out to the
Grimsley's going to take a timeout to stop the clock at the 22-yard line.
over 1st and 10.
That's a big play.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Of course, it's easy
Timeout or a half.
until you're in that situation
Oh, yeah.
and people are chasing you.
Hey, Blair, I could be 50 yards away from the nearest person. I don't know if I could get a punt off.
Oh, my gosh. I'd be freaking out, too. Big guys like that coming at me?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Even at my age, I don't know if I'd want those Grimsley guys
Yeah.
running with me.
But he at least did a good job of getting it out of the red zone.
Yeah.
So,
Well, with the way the Woodland defense has been playing, they've got a chance here.
I mean, even though,
get out of this
Grimsley's got some
unscathed.
momentum, I mean, the Woodland defense is just dominated.
What we don't know is what kind of kicker Grimsley has.
The X
You know,
factor.
At what point are you in field goal range? Certainly believe it's probably
10 yards, maybe?
yeah,
Just to be sure.
if not closer than that.
Yeah. Well, and if you're Grimsley, what do you do? Because you really haven't been able to do anything because these Colts have just swarmed your quarterback.
33 seconds to go. Grimsley has 2 timeouts remaining. Woodland has 1.
It's taking so long. Here we go.
Thompson comes out with 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Woodland shows blitz. Here they come, and they're going to get him again. My goodness. Joe Thomas takes him down back inside the 35. We'll mark him at the 33. Clock is running 21 seconds, and now Grimsley takes its second timeout with 21 seconds to play before the half. By my count, that is 5 Woodland sacks in the last 3 possessions.
Yeah, and for how many yards?
A lot.
At least a ton. Yeah, if I'm Grimsley, I don't know if I don't just take a knee and go to the locker room and regroup. The way Woodland is just swarmed. I mean, the way they're getting back there too, it's not out of the realm of possibility for them to knock that ball loose, force a fumble.
That was an 11-yard loss, so it's going to be 2nd down and 21 for Grimsley. Colts are at the 33. They need to get to the 12. They have 1 timeout remaining. Both teams have 1 timeout left. A little bit of an extended timeout. The front 7 for Woodland has just been incredible tonight. And they rotate players in there. Right now you got Leblanc, Johnson, and Noah Young along the offensive line. Kilpatrick, Turner, Joe Thomas, and Charlie Gartner, the linebackers. 21 seconds to go. Thompson. Woodland bringing the blitz again. Thompson rolling to his left. He's hit as he throws, and that pass is incomplete. Hit from behind that time by Joe Thomas. And now it's 3rd down with 16 seconds left.
Well, Woodland's got a timeout. I mean, it's conceivable they could maybe,
I think it seems to me that both teams would be pleased to get to the locker room with the score as it is right now.
But
Woodland
nobody's in a hurry to get there.
Woodland's been dominant defensively. They've had some chances offensively. Thompson with the blitz coming again, and they take him down again. I mean, it's almost unfair what they're doing right now to this Grimsley offense. It was Boston Turner who took him down that time. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and that's going to be the final play of the first half. An incredible defensive showing in the first 2 quarters for the Colts. And Woodland leads Grimsley at halftime 7-0. We'll be back in just a little bit for the start of the second half. This is Getting ready to start the second half. Woodland leads Grimsley 7-0. The Grizzlies will get the ball first in the second half.
For the Grizzlies, number 81, Zion Brown, number 23, Ethan Martinez.
And I think if you're Woodland, you like the fact your defense is out there with the way they played in the first half.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're Grimsley, sorry, I don't know. That's a great thing.
Early kicks it. It's going to be taken by Martinez at the 22-yard line, out across the 30, the 40. Martinez at the 45, midfield, and taken out of bounds in front of the Grimsley bench on the Woodland side of the 50. Let's see where they mark it. They might mark it right at midfield, actually.
Well, that's probably been their best offensive play of the game.
So at the 50,
now here
Grimsley has started each half with big plays. They had the fumble recovery on the Colts' first offensive play in the first half. So Woodland Byerkin had 6 sacks in the second quarter, and Trey Thompson has been the quarterback on all of them. They'll run it here with Asher Anderson on first down. He just runs right into the middle of that line. Joe Thomas, Noah Young on the tackle. They'll give him a yard forward progress out to the Woodland 49. It's second down and 9.
You know, I think that is the.
I'm not sure how you move the ball against the middle of this Woodland defense with the way they're playing right now.
No. Well, that's their first positive yardage play on a first down in.
Feels like a while.
A long time.
Then you also wonder, you know, how do you throw against them with the way they've been getting pressure on the quarterback? Second down and 9. Thompson is going to give it to Nash, and he just is bottled up in the middle. Boston Turner takes him down. Yard loss back to midfield. It'll be third down and 10.
Yeah, I mean, the Colts are just bottling up the middle. There is nothing there. I mean, that's a great thing about this Colt defense. I mean, it's not just one or two people. I mean, it's everybody. They are the sum of all parts.
Isn't it amazing? They played 2 nights ago a very physical game against Washington back at Harmon Field. Third down and 10. 2 running backs, 3 receivers. It's a high snap. They're going to run it. Asher Anderson's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Joe Thomas got to him.
There's just nowhere to run.
This is impressive. This is really impressive what the Woodland defense is doing right now. They're going to force a punt. Fourth down and 15 upcoming for Grimsley.
Yeah, and like you said, they played a full game the other night. I mean,
not only a full game, but a physical game.
Yes.
That came down to the wire. They beat Washington 13-12 to remain undefeated. Braden Jones and Charlie Gardner back deep for the Colts. Thompson gets it off. It's not a very high or not a very good kick at all. Garden takes it from the 43 back across midfield. Charlie Garden at the 45, the 40, the 35, 30. Charlie Garden taken out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. That was a beanbag. That wasn't a flag.
Okay. Why did he throw the beanbag?
That's where he caught the ball. It's
right.
to mark where he caught it. That's a 33-yard return for Charlie Garden. They tackled him at the 24-yard line. And Woodland will take over for its first offensive possession of the third quarter with 5:45 to go.
Great return. Boy, chance to.
Feels like a touchdown might do it right here.
Yes. You really got to like their chances. Well, the way the defense is going now, I mean, everything's a 4-down territory now.
Charlie Garden's the quarterback. Kilpatrick lined up at running back. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That's Jones. Garden gives it to Kilpatrick, runs up the middle across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Kilpatrick, touchdown Woodland. Caden Kilpatrick with one hand goes in from 24 yards out. And with 5:38 to play in the third quarter, Woodland's gone ahead by 2 scores.
That was huge. Beautiful job blocking up front. A great run. Boy, and just momentum is wearing Woodland blue tonight.
Emerson Early out to attempt the extra point. It's a high snap, and the extra point is good. Great job that time by Cole Mobley to get up on the high snap and get it back down. Early knocks it through, and with 5:38 to play in the third quarter, our new score, Woodland 14, Grimsley nothing. This is Colt football.
Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they weathered every storm for the last 25 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
Washington Regional Medical Center is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Arkansas by U.S. News and World Report. What does being #1 mean to us? It means always serving our patients with compassionate, high-quality care. It means being the best place to receive care and the best place for our team to give care. And it means continuously growing to meet the changing needs of our community. Washington Regional, nationally recognized care, here for you.
.538 to play third quarter. Woodland leads Grimsley 14-0. Colts score on their first drive of the second half. 33-yard punt return by Charlie Garden. Sets up a one-play touchdown drive. 24-yard run by Caden Kilpatrick. This ball is mishandled. It is still on the turf. And now Zion Brown is facing the entire Woodland return team. Look at that.
Where are they going to mark the forward progress?
The 10-yard line.
Wow. That was crazy.
Brown
just couldn't
failed to pick it up twice off the ground. And now, I'll tell you what, with the way they've been tackling Grimsley back behind the line of scrimmage, you got to wonder if a safety might come into play right here.
That's a very good point, because Woodland has tackled them for at least 9-yard loss. A lot of times it's been 12 and 13.
They put the ball down at the 11, first down from there. Grimsley, look how tight their package is now. They've got two backs and a tight end in for blocking purposes.
Oh my goodness.
It's over his head. Thompson goes back, and he fall on it? Yes, he did, and it's a safety. It's a safety. Well, that wasn't the way I thought they were going to possibly get a safety, but they'll take it.
No.
A high snap. Kilpatrick was the one who came back there and forced Thompson just to fall on it. And with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, our score now Woodland 16, Grimsley nothing.
And he was fortunate he fell on it, because Woodland was coming in. It looked like for a moment that he didn't quite have possession of it. It was like he couldn't make up his mind if he wanted to grab it or knock it out of the back of the end zone, and there were Colts right there. Boy, this has just been an incredible performance by this Colt defense.
So now the Colts will get it back here with 5 minutes to go, and we said we felt good about the game when they scored that touchdown, and
boy,
it's still a two-possession game. I mean, Grimsley could score twice, get a couple of two-point conversions and tie this up, but you would really feel good if they scored on this possession. They're going to get great field position.
Yes, they are.
Jones and Garden are standing on either side of the 50-yard line. Jones on the 49 of Grimsley. Garden at about the 49 and a half. Now Jones will take a couple steps back, and they'll straddle midfield. Thompson's going to free kick this for the Grizzlies. Not a great kick. In fact, it may go out of bounds inside midfield, and they'll drop a flag. You forget, because it's a free kick, the kick out of bounds still applies.
So why I'm always surprised that they don't choose to use a T.
Need to wait to see where they're going to spot it. I think Woodland's going to make them re-kick.
Oh, wow.
We're going to back them up 5 yards and tell them to kick it again.
It's definitely putting the pressure on the kicker.
Well, we've talked about it a lot. Grimsley has the size, but the Grizzlies have not been able to match the physicality of Woodland tonight. Woodland has just dominated this game along the line of scrimmage, and that's been a little bit of a surprise, I think.
Yes.
Thompson kicks it again. This time Garton's going to have to take it from his own 49. Back across the 45, the 40 of Grimsley. Charlie Garton falls forward to the 35-yard line. 16-yard return, and the Colts will start on the Grimsley side of the field with 4:55 to play third quarter.
Great field position.
And just to be clear, what we mean by that is it's not so much a surprise that Woodland's a physical team. It's just when these teams played last year, it was Grimsley that won that battle along the line of scrimmage. And I mean, you can grow up a lot between 7th and 8th grade, and I think we've seen it with this Woodland team. They have really matured, and they're playing well tonight.
Yeah, but I mean, they've just totally had their way at the line of scrimmage.
They brought Atticus Nehus back in as a tight end. He lines up on the right side of the formation. They will give it. That was Griffin Mickish on the carry, out to the 29-yard line. Well, they'll mark him at the 30, so a 5-yard gain, and it'll be second down and 5. Clock runs, 4:19 to play third quarter. Woodland, one more touchdown would just about salt this away, you feel like. Garton takes it, gives it to Mickish across the 30, the 25, first down yardage to the 23-yard line. Runs of 5 and 7 for Griffin on the first 2 plays of this series. Clock stops while they move the chains. And Woodland brings in some new personnel. Kilpatrick comes in as a running back. Chase Lanning comes in, lines up on the far side to the right as a wide receiver. They take the snap, they give it to Kilpatrick again across the 20. And now Kilpatrick's just got to hold on to the ball. Gets down to the 16-yard line. 7 more yards, second down and 3.
Man, they're just making it look easy tonight.
Charlie Garton with 3:18 to go in the third quarter. Second down and 3. They need to get to the 13-yard line. Garton is going to keep himself, runs right side, and he may have gotten a yard, but was taken down. Good open field tackle that time by Parker Nix. And it'll bring up a third down. No gain. They mark him at the 16. It'll be third down and 3.
I'm joking when I say it, but maybe they should play 2 games a week.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, exactly.
2 receivers right side. Charlie Garton in the shotgun formation takes the snap, gives it to Kilpatrick. He's got the first down, I think. Well, I think he's got it, to the 12-yard line.
What a job by the offensive line. They are just blowing a big hole through to the right side and making it easy for these running backs.
Kilpatrick comes out. Also make a change on the offensive line. They bring Jack Nayland to the sideline. First down from the 12. Garton gives it to Mickish, starts left, cuts up the middle. Griffin Mickish falls forward near the 5. They'll mark him down at the 7. Gain of 5, and it'll be second down and 5. They're consistently getting really good yardage on first down.
They really are. Just confidence right now. You can just tell they're playing with a lot of confidence up front. Makes such a huge difference.
They'll give it to Mickish across the 5. Mickish, if he doesn't have the first down,
it's close.
It's close. I think he's got it. Down to the line, it'll be first down and goal. They're just blowing Grimsley off the line of scrimmage.
That's impressive. I mean, the running backs are getting through the line untouched and maybe 2 yards past the line.
Minute 17 to play, clock runs, first down and goal. Garton has Kilpatrick to his right. They'll give it to Caden, runs left side, touchdown Woodland. Caden Kilpatrick with his second touchdown run of the quarter. And with 1:08 to play in the third, it is all Woodland, 22-0.
What a performance tonight.
Emerson Early comes in and They won't celebrate yet, but you feel like it's just about that time. Now all of a sudden, as Early comes on to attempt this extra point, and it is good. And with 1:08 to play, it's now 23-0 game.
Scored 1:08 remaining in the third quarter.
With the way Grimsley's struggled moving the ball, it feels like this is a pretty insurmountable lead.
Yes. Well, now you're thinking shutout.
Yeah. How many shutouts do they have this year? Have they got one yet?
You know, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
They've held some teams down.
Yes. Shutout Lakeside, 35-15.
That was the 7th grade team, wasn't it?
No,
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Lakeside. 35-0.
Lakeside's the only one.
Yeah. But I mean, look at those scores. You got 42-8, 14-8, 55-8, 13-12. Teams aren't scoring very much on this.
No.
That'd be what, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns all year?
Yes, that's correct. I mean, yeah, 12's the most they've given up all year, and that was that was 2 days ago.
It was 2 days ago, yep.
Wow.
Last game.
Yeah. You're going to give up 12 points in 2 games.
And that was the best offense I think they saw all year.
Oh.
I'd be surprised I see one that's any more explosive than Washington was.
That could be a rematch come championship
Could be.
week.
You're right. But for Woodland, just keep winning, man. You get that game at home.
Yes.
First Thursday in November, conference championship game. This is going to be returned by Martinez from the 21. Across the 30, the 35, breaks a tackle, gets across the 40 and out to the 42-yard line. And for all the struggles that Grimsley has had tonight, it hasn't been in the kick return game other than the play where they failed to pick it up. When they've gotten their hands on the ball, they've gotten some really good returns. They put their offense in good field position. They just haven't been able to do anything with it.
That's been their best offensive weapon so far tonight, has been the kick return.
Almost feels like if Woodland's going to give up a touchdown, it's going to be on a kickoff return. First and 10 from the 42-yard line of Grimsley. That ball's on the turf. They pick it up and give it up the middle. Just nothing there. Boston Turner slings down the running back.
Boston just blew that one up at the line. And again, no gain on. They've had 1 yard gained on first down of the last 6 drives. I mean, that is just amazing.
This should be the final play of the quarter, unless there's an incomplete pass. Second down and 10 on the clock. Thompson gives it. That's a good run across the 45. Nash battling for extra yards and then pushed backward by about 6 Colt defenders. He gets 6 yards out to the 48, and that's the final play of the third quarter. And all Woodland, especially in that third quarter, the Colts score 16 in the first 8 minutes after halftime, and they lead heading to the fourth, 23-0. This is Woodland Colt football. Back in Centerton, getting ready to start the fourth quarter with Woodland leading Grimsley 23-0. The Grizzlies have a 3rd down and 4 here from their own 48. They need to get to the Woodland 48-yard line. Thompson moves the running back in motion. They'll give it to Anderson. He's got a first down across midfield. Breaks a tackle at the 40. Anderson's at the 30. And taken down with a big hit by Jordan Logue at the Woodland 28-yard line. Even when Grimsley gets a big gain like they did right there, 34 yards, Woodland's still hitting them at the end of the run.
Yes, they are. And when he ran, it was kind of like, I know somebody's coming in to hit me. I don't know where they're at, but I know they're coming.
24-yard gain, first down, Grimsley.
That might be their longest game of the night.
They'll give it to Nash, breaks through the line of scrimmage across the 20, and Nash falls down near the 15, a first down run of 11.
Managed to break a couple tackles at the line of scrimmage. Some arm tackles, which has been rare tonight for the Colts.
That's another first down, Grimsley.
Clock runs, 7:04 to go. The Grizzlies with their best offensive possession so far. Thompson gives it to Anderson, rolls off the first defender, gets across the 10, lowers the shoulder, falls forward to the 8. Mobley on the tackle, Logue also there for the tackle. They give him 6 yards. Second down, and the clock just is not Grimsley's friend right now.
No. And they're having some success getting to the edge. It's
under 6.5 to go. They're really not in any hurry offensively. Thompson gives it to Anderson again, and Leblanc.
There's just nothing there.
Takes him down. Boston Turner also in on the tackle. Hudson Britt there too. Seems like every time that Grimsley's run the ball tonight, there's been about, especially when they run it up the middle, there have been about 4 or 5 Colts there to meet them.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much yardage there to be had, so.
Not many solo tackles tonight for the Colts.
No.
Third down and 3. Grimsley needs to get to the 5-yard line. Thompson in the shotgun. Rolling right, now being pressured. He's going to be taken down from behind. That's the 7th sack of the game for the Colts. This time it's Jonathan Dominguez who comes in and gets him from behind. And now it's 4th down. Can you preserve the shutout? That was a loss of 6 yards back to the 14-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 9. Player of the game, at least on the defensive side. Hard to say, though, on defense. There have been so many really good performances, but I can't remember Hudson standing out like he has this year until tonight.
Of course, this would be a tough week, too. You do player of the week with 2 games.
That's right.
To choose from.
Yeah. Maybe Alex needs about 5 players of the week.
Yes.
Charlie Garton in the offense come back out with 4:58 to play. Woodland's defense held inside the 10. Now can they hang on for the shutout? They'll give it to Rico Johnson across the 20. Rico spins across the 25 to the 30, and a great run that time by Rico Johnson. We haven't seen him line up at running back very much this year. In fact, that might have been the first time. It was a 17-yard gain.
Might see some more of that, too. Man, that was some force.
Number 83, Rico Johnson on the
clock runs, 4:40 to play. Woodland trying to run this one out. Rico's going to get it again, and this time he's hit and driven back at the line of scrimmage. With Braxton Williams on the tackle that time for Grimsley.
Number 66, Braxton Williams, 1-yard gain on play, 2nd down and 9.
Second and long, Garton with Gilpatrick in there now. Caden's going to run it left side. Caden's across the 35. Cuts upfield at the 40, and that's first down yardage as he falls across the 41 to the 42.
Number 9, Gilpatrick on the play. Tackled by number 2, Drake Tidwell.
What a performance tonight.
First down, Woodland at the 41-yard line.
dominating.
And Mark Kilpatrick at the 41, 10-yard gain.
No other way to say it. They have dominated tonight.
Been really impressive. Garton gives it to Kilpatrick, starts right, and then he's going to be hit in the backfield, taken down for a loss of a yard, maybe two.
Number 9, Kilpatrick on the
Joshua
carry,
De.
by number 8, Joshua De Jesus.
Joshua De Jesus with the tackle.
Also 1 on the play, second down 11 on the 40-yard line.
Clock continues to run, 3:12 to go. Woodland trying to salt away a shutout victory in their longest road trip of the year. Johnson's going to take it on second down across the 40, the 45 midfield. Rico's across the 45 of Grimsley and falls forward to the 42-yard line. 19 more yards for Rico.
Martinez, number 81, Zion Brown. First down, Woodland, 42-yard line.
This drive started all the way back at the 14-yard line. It's the type of drive with the time that was left on the clock and where they got to start from that you could go like 60, 70 yards, not score a touchdown, but take up the rest of the game clock.
Yeah, now they're going to milk the play clock as much as they can.
There's still 20 on the play clock. They don't have to take another snap until
they're starting
about 2:15 to play.
It's like they're starting the play clock really late.
Garden with Johnson to his left. Takes the snap with 3 on the clock. They give it to Rico across the 40. Rico keeps running hard across the 35. Falls forward to the 30-yard line.
Number 83, Rico Johnson on the carry.
12 more for Rico.
Number 18.
Man, he's just making it look easy. Great job again by the offensive line. They have been phenomenal tonight.
Is there a flag?
Where?
Yeah, there is. It's a hold against Woodland.
Well, rats.
Against the Colts, that's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Good grief. I never saw it on the ground, did you?
No, I didn't.
For Woodland.
Clock stops on the hold, so it's 2:08 to play. Should resume when they're ready for play, and there goes Woodland from the 50. We'll snap this one with under 2 minutes to play. Garden takes it, gives it to Kilpatrick, starts left, now cuts left, across the 45. Caden trying to get upfield, breaks a tackle across the 40, hit out of bounds, and the player who hit him late bounced off of him.
Yeah, I think he got the worst of it.
Yes, it was Zion Brown who hit him over on the far sideline. And
39-yard line.
don't ever hit a man with a cast.
No.
Gain of 11 that time for Kilpatrick. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock did stop on the run out of bounds, so 1:50 to play. Bad exchange. Garden picks it up. Charlie stiff arms the defender, gets away, but then he's going to be taken down with a face mask. Yeah, it's a face mask. It's going to be against Martinez. Garden was tackled for a 1-yard loss, but they're going to tack 15 on to the end of this. And Woodland's going to have it at the 25. There it is, the call, the face mask.
Penalty marker on the play.
He didn't mean to put it on the ground, but it was almost like the old end around.
Against the Grizzlies, 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10.
Put it behind the tackle, and someone comes up, picks it off, runs with it.
1:42 to go. Johnson's in there as the running back. Garden takes it, gives it to Rico. Rico cuts up the middle, and he just kind of falls forward. That's all I know how to say. He just kind of keeps falling.
Wreaks havoc.
It's a 4-yard gain to the 21. 1.5 minutes to go.
You give him 3 cracks at this from this distance, he'll get it in the end zone.
I think he'll start emptying the bench, getting some players in who get look at that. There's even some 7th graders getting their helmets on. They're going to get to come into this game.
Good for them.
Looks like Braden Carroll's going to get to go in on the next snap. Yeah, there he goes. They're going to take the entire
offensive
offense off the field, and I think they're going to take a timeout because of
Well,
how long it took them to get everybody on the
they
field.
They signaled Grimsley took the timeout. But
Timeout, Grimsley.
You're right, they did.
I'm not sure why.
1 minute left on the clock. Braden Carroll's going to come in and take a snap as the quarterback.
Well, a great night to be a Woodland Colt. There's the 8th grade version. Chance to bounce back next week for the 7th grade team.
Well, we talk about the size difference between the 7th graders and the 8th graders. Rico Johnson's the running back. Looks like he's got about 6 or 7 inches on his quarterback.
Yes,
the 7th grader, Braden Carroll.
He's towering over everybody.
The 7th graders wore their blue pants tonight, so Braden stands out a little bit more because of that. Takes the snap, gives it to Rico across the 20. Rico breaks a tackle at the 15 and falls forward near the 10.
Got their first down.
On the carry. Tackled by number 99, Dominic Tello. Number 66.
53 seconds, clock running. Woodland should only have to snap it one more time.
Woodland, the 13-yard line.
Do it here from the 13. Carroll, the quarterback, takes it, gives it to Rico Johnson across the 10. Rico falls forward for about 3 more. They mark him down at the 7. And Grimsley's taking a timeout. I don't understand why. 31 seconds to go. That's Grimsley's second timeout.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's almost like you're kind of daring Woodland to score. Of course, it's a teaching moment too, quite possibly.
This drive started with almost 5 minutes to play. I think there was 4:58 on the clock when Woodland got the ball back on the 14-yard line. They have held it for nearly 5 minutes. And with the ball at the 7-yard line, they have driven it 79 yards so far.
It's been an impressive drive.
Carroll with Johnson behind him. Second down from the 7. 31 seconds to play. Carroll, it's a high snap over his head, and Braden has to fall on it back across the 20-yard line at the 21. And that should be it. Grimsley doesn't look like it's going to take any more timeouts. The Woodland players rush to the 50. And they're going to have a happy bus ride back to Fayetteville. They're going to beat Grimsley tonight 23-0. And the Colts improve to 6-0.
Impressive. That was as dominating a performance as they've had all year. And to do it after playing two days ago is just, that's incredible. And then considering who it's against, who was such a formidable foe last year, wow.
Woodland will be back at home next week, Thursday night, 5:30 start for the 7th graders. 8th graders will play after. It'll be Woodland against Fulbright. We'll see you then.